favored newer games. I've never been able to beat it. I've already played, but the ending is... It's like, basically... I suppose a lot of people would think it was a very but anyway, maybe we'll do it this time. Sorry about that.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a Parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
There you go. I don't know what I skipped. I was like, oh, I skipped the intro screen? Sure. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Sorry, I forgot how to read it. Musty might be a better descriptor. Oh, at least you feel safe behind this newly installed security door. Copy of Wigfield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially to keep your window propped open. Classics can get pretty boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Coffee, the great equalizer, the one thing that the poor and rich alike need to chug through the day, you assume? You take a sip of the old stale coffee. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. This cup has really cooled off on talking. It lost the hots for you a while ago. Now, let's see, we're supposed to look at that. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? This plant is important, okay? I feel like I shouldn't read everything. You know, especially when I'm Better to be left on the ground. We can't even pick it up. Ultra Beats headphones. Oh yeah, okay, pick those up. There, we have to write a review on them because we are a journalist, and journalists write reviews. That's my unpublished novel there. Poster. Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, the music is timeless. That's what he said, at least. Yeah, I'm gonna give you this poster of this band that you apparently know nothing about. Sync ooze is pretty gross. Not allowed to turn the sync on, it's just gonna make it worse. Clearly has a mind of its own since it was capable of bubbling up at us. Oh man. Get the milk. Yeah, spoiled milk. Okay, let's get to it. Boot it up. Happy is a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Well, I guess we'll start on the first one. Your morning show. Oh man, look at all this news.
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan D. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
That's pretty cool. Last time I played this, it didn't have all the audio in yet. Human Revolution remains vigilant in #StayHuman protests in Upper Market. December 19th, the Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various Genus clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We were born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what, said one protester, who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as this story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. Sports article. Quest for 10 is back on. Oh boy. Sunday's big game at New Candlestick brings an important question to everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? Oh dear. I don't know that any of that's really prevalent. It's gonna it's a very long article. Okay, local news article, back button. Click back button. Before you can write a review for these dang headphones, you should test them out around the apartment first. Oh boy. The GX Ultra Beats sync to Lappy automatically as you connect to one of the less pornographic feeds. Your best options are usually limited to video game streams, old concert recordings, and live cams of baby animals. Your choice is clear. Lappy's speakers feel neglected, but now you have the first-hand experience needed to start actually writing the review. The first part of work is done. You're so accomplished. I wonder which one he chose. Spam mail, scam mail, bill, work mail, weekly update, invitation, promotional mail, rent mail. Get cheap crash. Only 99 creds for 30 days. Supply to end. 12 stems. Read scam mail. Hello there. I am Princess Emma Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma, heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. I write you today as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen, and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts, or the World Bank will seize my credits amounting to 420,194.1 credits. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so that I can send you your 20% of the fortune. I'll only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the Queendom. Your account is past due in the amount of this many credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. Power plant power. Work mail. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for WTF Sounds, formerly Oh My God Sounds. I like Oh My God Sounds so much better. We're a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who need a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? Weekly update. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week: The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Unsubscribe from newsletter. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Lee, DDS. I had your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony. Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. A coupon for 5 credits back. Hossie Infinity. A Hossie Infinity has all of your daily calories with none of the nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get that article submitted. Alright. You don't need to nag at me. Whoops, wrong one. Alright, time to get that work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul. Bit by bit. Character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There. Your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of the poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally on the way. Time for bed. I guess that's probably this one. Now let's talk to our bed. This bed only chats back when you're sleep talking. Not the most well-designed function. Sleep in bed.
you're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
Let's see. What?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my microactuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
A snag? How did you get here in the first place? Forget all that. Tell me why you're here or I'm calling the cops.
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
17 trillion. SecuGate M14. I knew my landlord was full of it when he said he was the best.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken and that you left it open.
You know my dog's birthday?
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
My window's lock is broken.
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent. Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair. Not quite to my standards.
What was that about my computer?
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden, until now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Slow down. Just start from the beginning.
The beginning. Okay. Yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why am I your best hope?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
We'll see about that.
Don't worry. If Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves.
So chatty. What makes you so special?
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Well then, I guess we should get started?
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
I can totally afford that. Lead the way. I like that one.
That's strange. Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps
It's
maintenance
possible.
will take care of it?
Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break. It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
You made your point about the door. Let's just head in. Are you sure he was actually kidnapped, Turing?
I do not make a habit of entering people's homes in the middle of the night without permission for no reason. Breaking and entering is just not a sustainable hobby. So yes, I am quite certain. I saw it happen myself. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals.
Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Comforting, Turing. Why don't you?
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
You did the right thing.
Excellent
right?
point. Let's start searching for clues.
Now let's go to the obvious one. ROM component in Hayden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. Busted. He must have dropped it in the skirmish. Few vintage video game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Duro, and even a Familink. We gain the strength of the temptation we resist. So, you'll probably become a rad video game wizard now. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, Ted's code tips, augmented eye. There are no buttons on the screen, and there is no need to watch TV right now.
That's Hayden's computer. Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM, but desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Do you know how to get in? There might be clues.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Of course you can't. That would be too easy.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, he's mad.
If you'd like to try your hand at digital breaking and entering, be my guest. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
What does talent have to do
The
with
whole
it?
reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down. I lack that ability.
Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers. I do seem to have some skill with painting, though. Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Abstract art doesn't seem like something a robot would be good at.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Let's get back to searching.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books. Ah, that device. I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card. Without the memory card, this tablet is useless. Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
How did you get there?
I took the fire escape.
Of course you did. Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world, working at a company like Parallax, and sure you'll be more than well off. This plant is doing much better than the one at home. Huzzah, based off your track record, it's physics.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
Well, I think that's it. Well, what do I do now? I must be missing. Must be something that I was supposed to do.
It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card.
And I looked for it. I did not see it. Gotta go one more down, that's all.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district. I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched.
My city map?
Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Don't you know literally everything about me already? You knew my first dog's birthday.
This is just how things are done. I'm certain I could spend a few quadrillion clock cycles to bypass that part of my operating system, but that seems less efficient than just running the setup program. So, here we go!
Here we go.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's Live Intelligence Processing System. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly.
Look, he looks so cute.
First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech? Do you wish to keep this name?
Yeah.
Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech? Please enter your pronouns.
Let's do... I got it. Do you?
Should it be is or are? Here's how your pronouns look in action.
Stu, to the park. I went with Meow. You brought cats, Hassie. At least I think the Hassie was cat. You were the good friend. I like
Does
it.
that look right? Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Oh.
Diet set as Goddamn it, Turing. Are you sure? Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. In review, does that sound right?
I kinda wanna
First,
see if I
could you
can
tell me your
do the
preferred...
silly ones.
Thank you. I have input your name as Cut the Crap, Turing. We need to go.
That's so much better. Oh man, but that's what I wanted to do. Alright, back to being Stu. They should have let me do that other one.
Do
That
you
was
wish to keep this name? Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell...
Was there a funny one? No. Alright, it's gonna be easier this way.
Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet? Diet set as God. Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load. Please review your submitted profile does that sound right?
Yep.
Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now. I'm sure we can find some common ground while getting to know one another better. It will be an efficient use of our time together. Thank you for escorting me here. Let's head back to your home.
We made it through the prologue, so I'm going to save here in a minute, and I'm going to call it for tonight, because I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. We'll watch some anime.
You know your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well. Have you been overwatering it?
Sometimes things just rattle out of you, and I have no idea.
Deride me if you want, but I'm merely attempting to care for this living being you've been so callously neglecting. If I can continue without the insults... It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
Realty. I got it from a friend a couple months
How
ago.
thoughtful of them! The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck. Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
Okay, so what do you want me to do about
I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon. You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had.
Sure, Turing, whatever you want.
Excellent. The supply should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition.
Will do. Time to give the landlord another call.
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through. I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe? I will continue to formulate a stratagem. Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn. It'll really pull the whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed. Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat.
I enjoy how Turing is moved in.
We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location.
Alright. Well, thanks for enjoying this game with me for tonight, and hopefully I will see you guys again soon. Oh my gosh. Oh. I was like, how do I say okay. There we go. Alright, you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Alright, bye-bye.